Have you guys seen some of the Hong posting?
You know, you talked about your past positions that he keeps highlighting and, obviously likely would continue to do so before November should you win. One thing that they brought up as well was a post from you in 2021 where you said Americans should cancel Thanksgiving, should have done this in 1621. The post has been deleted. Republicans have been highlighting it. Do you still believe that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm a chef, and one of the first meals that I made that was for the community when I was 16 was a Thanksgiving meal. I always think my hospitality background in owning a restaurant for 7, 8 years, that bringing folks around the table,
please God,
to
just
share
say no.
conversation and build community is always a good thing.
Is she autistic? I'm actually asking, is she autistic? Because every time somebody asks her a gotcha question, she just answers it straightforwardly. Like, not directly, but she just goes right at it,
But Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities. And so I think I wanted to make sure that people understood that there are multiple views, but views can evolve. And
you're autistic. Why the fuck are you throwing stones? Who's fucking throwing stones? When is there a value judgment? I'm asking if it's known that she's autistic. You're the one fucking projecting the moralized condemnation.
The position that's I'm insulting for right now, and I think my background as a chef will actually help me become a better governor that's able to bring more people to the table.
Francesca Hong, thank you for joining us. We hope to have you back on.
If somebody asks you, as a lefty politician, if you want to cancel Thanksgiving, you can just say no. It's all right. I've been seeing a lot of like really funny interview clips with her lately that make me worry a little bit about her in the general.
I wasn't always aware of the struggles of other communities of color because for me, assimilation always kind of took over. And so Mary, my proximity to whiteness continues, right? My son is biracial. He's half white and half Korean. And I think navigating, what his identity is and how people perceive him is always at the back of my mind as well. I wasn't always aware of the struggles of other communities of color because for me, assimilation always kind of took over. And so
yeah, she lacks edge. I just think proximity to whiteness is probably not great gubernatorial speak. She's posted about how she doesn't like Christmas, she doesn't like Halloween. I think she just fucking hates holidays. Does make me worry a little bit.
I think it is incredibly important for Wisconsin to have a Democratic governor. But since Republicans will spend an ungodly amount of money to try to defeat you, I just want to make sure you have the best possible answers to what's coming. So I want to start with your 2020 posts supporting defunding the police, quote, as a first step towards abolishing the police, which in a separate post you said, quote, exists to uphold white supremacy. Now, I know you've said you're not running to defund the police. It's not something you can do as governor, and that people's views can evolve. I'm wondering how your views on policing have evolved since 2020.
My views have only become stronger in that I'm serious about public safety, and I will not abolish the police. My views are that people are struggling right now and need basic needs met. And I want to focus on stopping violent crime and giving law enforcement the resources and the training that they need, but ensure that we are also holding accountable law enforcement that does not follow the law.
Do you still believe that police exist to uphold white supremacy?
No.
What has changed in your thinking since you posted that in 2020?
No, I think that when you talk...
How do you bear listening to those slaves of capital Pod Save America? Though you know that like since Kamala Harris lost, they've actually probably been relatively left of center on electoral issues, at least some of them, right? Because they got so black-pilled by how incompetent the DNC has been.
To people who are most justice impacted, a mother who lost a child to police violence, people who have contended with injustices in historically marginalized communities.
What the fuck is her background, by the way? We have like one campaign poster and then a gigantic quilt. I feel like every time she does a video interview, it's in some new strange environment. This is very liminal. You've got like the little armchair and the lamp right back here.
But justice also looks like making sure that we are implementing solutions and helping to change the material conditions of people's lives. So as a legislator over the last 6 years, I've had more conversations with people who are more directly connected to the problems and have learned that it is most important for a public servant like myself to make sure we're looking at sensible, practical solutions that will help keep communities safe.
You said during this campaign back in May that there has to be accountability for people who commit crimes. And if you're a governor and people commit crimes, that, quote, incarceration and law enforcement are the systems in place right now. You also said your long-term vision is a world without prisons.
Hong is literally so establishment. Dog, she's a DSA candidate. What are you talking about? We can't allow ourselves to get blind. We can't miss the forest for the trees here. Not everyone can be Mamdani. I understand Mamdani set the bar like astronomically high, but not everyone can be Mamdani. I'm sorry. Like sometimes you have to accept that like even like a really good DSA push, a really good functioning Democratic Party is going to be filled with, politicians.
How does that work?
What I know is attainable, and the policies that actually meet the urgency of the moment and understanding the realities of it means that we have to ensure that we're funding our local governments, that we're bringing justice to victims, and what may have been more aspirational is not primary. What we need to do is make sure that all people all across Wisconsin have access to great public schools, out-of-school programs, mental health resources, and that we hold law enforcement accountable, but also provide them with the training that they need to help prevent crime and stop crime.
AI answer, you guys are so fucking mean. I love Hong. Yeah, she's nice. She just has to she has to overcome the woke one stuff. That Thanksgiving answer was really bad. Where was it? The Thanksgiving answer was really bad. Do you still believe Thanksgiving should be canceled? Nah, I love turkey. Bring it back, bring it back. I love turkey, I love America. Her affect is also super dry. Yeah, well, that could just be her style, Still think she should run abolishing holidays. She's literally fucking Christmas posted before. I don't know what it is with her and holidays. I miss working in a restaurant every day, except on Valentine's Day. As if we weren't invisible enough to those who don't recognize the emotional and physical labor of service work. The worst humanity comes from folks celebrating on another day. Capitalism tells you how to show love. Man, some of these are... It's literally just her being like a restaurant worker who hates it every time customers have an excuse to be slightly more obnoxious. Too based for politics, maybe. Nah, I support her. Funny exception. The one holiday she didn't post about Columbus Day. What did she mean by this? Whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We got a dang fan cam?
Live from Texas, this is the Will Cain Show. Democrats
Who the fuck is this guy?
A new kingmaker. He's the visionary of the left. He's the visionary of Democratic Socialists. And it's his party, Piker's party. And that party has an invite list. And he has a vision.
Get their asses,
not
Nana.
just as who should be elected to office, but as to the future of the Democratic Socialist of America. When asked a very interesting question about what he would add to the platform, here's what he said about the future of the DSA.
Arrest and prosecute and bring about corruption charges for every prominent member of this administration that is engaged in corruption. Prosecute and arrest ICE agents that have also done crimes as well on the job.
Bring out the secret police.
Hey, they actually did a fucking fan cam for Hasan? No. This bit at the end is edited. It's added on. Okay. That's funny as fuck, though.